So when people ask Marvel or DC, I answer Tezuka. Osamu Tezuka is the creator of Phoenix, Astro Boy, Blackjack. I could go on with a lot of more obscure titles, but you get the point. The guy is known as the godfather of manga, and this is one of his greatest creations. This is the Phoenix, one of my favorite series. It's really tough to come by in English. I mean, unless you want to read it on Kindle, you can do that for like $10 a volume, which is pretty affordable, seeing as most of the other ones that are out of print, and they're all out of print, are running anywhere between $100 and $500 a volume. So it's a tough story to get your hands on unless you want to read it on a device, and then you're in the good. But yeah, so this is the main character from that series. She is the Phoenix, and Phoenix, she does what a Phoenix does, lives forever because they're always reborn in their own ashes, kind of a thing. And got a lot of yellow, flame yellow in here. Quite a bit of dark pink there in the tail. It took me a minute to be able to get that all sorted out correctly, but I got it figured out, and it bears the weight, which is very important. Earlier at the top of the end of the tail feathers there, I had a different build technique, and it was a little bit heavier, and it collapsed a lot. So I lightened that up there, and it works pretty well now. And you see here she's got a pretty long neck, and actually the neck's maybe even a little bit too short, and just the single tile for the eye, but it's a really stylized eye, and the only Lego tile that comes close is this, because it has the eyelashes. And so if they do make an open eye that's very close to the way it's drawn, I'll go for it. But the head shaping took a minute or two to get down, especially with the black and the way the comb comes over like that. That actually came in pretty early, but just trying to figure out how to get this curvature, because the black extends down to the beak. So getting that with that down hanging bracket, that worked out pretty good for me. And then like I say, there's a bit of weight on this neck. So once you get it into position, it holds it pretty well. But just a little tap, a little force, that momentum carries that weight. Things happen. Take a look here at the back. And I just kind of greebled, because, birds are cool. I hang out with a lot of birds in my yard, and I feed them, because I want to be on their good side. When the stuff goes down between birds and humans, I want to be able to ride that fence, you know what I mean? So you see here I used a lot of these hinged panels, and I got those pretty cheap on Bricklink. I think probably 3 cents each. And I think when I found those on there, that's when I knew that I could really get this build done. Because, to do feathers, you gotta have like a lot of feathers. Or you gotta be able to suggest it in a smaller area. But I wanted to go a little bit bigger for this build, because it's a bit of a prestige build for me. This is a character I dearly love, and I just wanted to do her justice as much as I could in my humble fashion with the brick. Just got the legs there. I would like something darker for the outside, but this is the best looking formation out of a couple different things I tried. So even though the color discrepancy is there, I'm gonna bide my time. Eventually Lego will come out with a darker version of that little tusk type thing. Got that little flexible bit there for the 2 extending little side tail feathers connected here. Let's see, with clips, little bar plate coming out there. And this bit here, see that plate extending with that double cheese wedge here. I've got that because that helps support some of the weight from the initial ball joint. The wings here, you can see for the underside, I just made sure I had all the feathers going the right way, and like I say, this is kind of a greebled construction, so I mean, this is the best approximation of a bird's wing I could manage with the pieces I grabbed from a couple bricklink stores, and most of the stuff that I had on hand. So this is one of those bucket list builds that I got checked off the list. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling.